This is my worm farm. It's winter at the moment and it's around the southern side of the house, so I'm now going to move it around to the northern side so that it stays a bit warmer. So that's the second tray after I've put the first tray in the wheelbarrow. I've got 3 trays here plus the holding tank at the bottom, and we get the worm juice out of there. So I'll grab the second tray. Oh, this one's a bit heavier. This one will fall. And that's the bottom tray. And what we do is let these worms go down, and then we could take off the top layer of the worm castings, and through that process separate the worms from the castings. They can then be used for potting mix or planting. So here's a tub getting ready to go. This was a round worm farm and the plastic legs are a bit wobbly, so we just put this on bricks. Yeah, sunny winter day. It's the first week of winter fishing. Alright, so we're around the northern side of the house. I'm going to set it up against this brick wall. It should then catch the northern sun during the day.
I think that worms are really cool because they're slimy. My name's Asha and I think worms are nice because they eat all your vegetables and you don't have to chuck your scraps out. And they're very good. Lily, go to mom. Well, also worms are really great because you use their wee to help your garden grow. Help your garden grow. Love them. Kind of. Hey James!
Yeah! What are we up to? Now we're up to putting the new trays down.
Well, what is that stuff in the box, James?
They're all the worm castings. That's food. Food that the worms ate. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
And then they pooed at the other end. And that's their castings. But it's really clean and fresh and healthy.
Yep. What are you up to now, Asha?
We shouldn't have got her going on Lady Gaga, should we?
Well, I guess we should.
Alright, this is garden lime.
Yeah.
And if the worm farm becomes too acidic, it starts smelling, gets a stinky smell.
Yeah.
And if it gets a bit too moist, or if there's too much food in there and the environment goes acidic, then you can put lime on, and that will help to restore the pH balance. Plus, if you air it out, because it also goes anaerobic, not enough oxygen, so if you leave the lid off and let it air out and apply some lime, then the worms will become much happier and more productive. Too much food got put in, and the worms weren't up for it, and it wasn't chopped up probably finely enough. You can see the difference between, like, that stuff's gone yucky, that lighter brown stuff, whereas the deep dark brown stuff, that's where all the worms are. That's the good stuff. You got a cute little one. You want to try and get a big one?
That one's going crazy. Okay.
Your dad has worms, doesn't he?
Yeah, because they all died. Well, the others were used for fishing.
Do you reckon he'd like if we gave him some worms?
Yeah, I reckon he would love that.
Yeah.
There we are. At the end of the show, you should be telling some tips.
So, this is their nighttime blanket.
Yeah.
So when they go to bed at night,
I
put this right over the top of the worm farm to keep them warm.
Yeah.
So now I'm putting on a cereal box. This is a nice thickness cardboard that the worms will quite quickly eat through, and then they'll come right to the surface, and before long they'll have eaten through the box and it will have broken down. Then I'm putting a couple of old hot water bottles on top. They like that nice firm sort of insulated surface, and then a bit of extra insulation. Then this would be the lid that I'd normally probably leave on, but I'm just trying out this alternative lid on a sort of sunny winter's day to get a bit of a greenhouse effect. Put their blanket on for the night and then put a bit more insulation, and their own organic activity then generates enough heat and there's enough insulation that they have quite a comfortable environment in there.